no rules, regulations, and just throws money at any kind of thing that happens.
Well, sometimes they have too many rules and regulations, but no government agency will ever be efficient. I'll give you $100 if you tell me one thing that the government can do.
That's what I've been saying all week long. Government can't protect you, won't protect you, not efficient. And, you know, these people who stayed in New Orleans thinking the government's going to come in here and protect them from the storm, they were crazy. Now, what about a town like New Orleans where it's at risk? Everybody knows it's at risk. 3 sides water, levees that can be breached. Everybody knows. What's the, in your opinion, as a consumer advocate, what is the responsibility of people who choose to live in the town or choose to live in San Francisco or Los Angeles near the San Andreas Fault? What is the responsibility of the person when the person gets hit?
I think free individuals should be allowed to live wherever they want.
Even in high-risk zones.
Sure, but they should pay their own bills. And if FEMA weren't there, there would be a private insurance market. And the insurance companies, who are far smarter than the government at pricing things, would maybe have charged me so much in insurance for my house.
You wouldn't have bought the house.
I wouldn't have built it.
But the people in New Orleans aren't going to pay their own bills.
No.
I mean, the government's going to reimburse everybody, and the generosity of American people. See, New Orleans is a different situation, been there 200 years. But when I see people in Malibu, you know, in Barbara Streisand territory, where the place either is a mudslide or a raging infernal fire, and you know that's going to happen again, that's FEMA again, right?
Up to $250,000 per home. In Malibu, they're $1 million houses, so they're putting their own money at risk.
Right, but the $250,000 comes from who?
Us.
Us. Us. So it's a cycle. It goes over and over and over. But you still feel that people should be allowed to build in these zones where they know they're going to get whacked.
But the bloated government, Congress, can't spend enough, should stop throwing money at them.
Just abolish FEMA or abolish the insurance?
I would say abolish federal flood insurance. The private market will take care of it and price it correctly.
All right. John Stossel, thanks very much. We appreciate you coming in. Geraldo next. Hide the children. He's still mad at the New York Times. He's got an opinion on Joran van der Sloot fleeing Aruba as well. And then Clint Black on the hurricane and the anniversary of 9/11. He's moments away.
Good evening, everyone. I'm David Folk Thomas. The nation's highest court rejecting a request from the White House to protect a Defense Department plan to close military bases. Fox News national correspondent Steve Centani has more from Washington.
The U.S. Supreme Court has decided to stay out of a heated battle over proposed closures of military bases. Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg turned aside a request by the Bush administration to intervene in the legal dispute and protect the administration's base closure plan. The U.S. argued that legal challenges from states that don't want to lose bases are creating disorder and undermining the work of the Base Closure Commission. There are legal challenges coming from Connecticut, Tennessee, New Jersey, and Missouri. But so far, the High Court has refused to hear any emergency appeals. The Base Closure Commission was supposed to present its report to the president on Thursday. He had pledged to pass it on to Congress without changes. Congress would then have 45 days to challenge the plan. But the states are worried about the economic impact of the base closures, and the Bush administration is worried the process is being torpedoed by judges who should have no say in the matter. The closure plan is designed to save the government billions of dollars. In Washington, Steve Centani, Fox News.
And keep it right here. We're back with more headlines at the top of the hour. I'm David Folk Thomas. The O'Reilly Factor continues after the break, and you're watching the most powerful name in news, Fox News Channel.
The Oracle Grid, a group of low-cost servers connected by Oracle software. Now, if a server fails, the grid just keeps running. The Oracle Grid runs faster, costs less, and never breaks.
Believe this got thrown like that? The nominees for the Major League Baseball Comeback Player of the Year Award, sponsored by Pfizer, are now online. Vote, and you may win a trip to throw out a ceremonial first pitch at the World Series.
This may be the most important video you and your children ever see. Hi, I'm John Walsh, and I'm on a mission to help you teach your kids how to stay on the safe side with people they don't know and people they kind of know.
Introducing the Safe Side DVD, a new interactive video to teach your kids important safety tips. Created by Julie Clark, the founder of the Baby Einstein Company, and John Walsh, host of America's Most Wanted. Now your kids can learn how to make smart decisions in potentially dangerous situations with the help of the Safe Side Super Chick.
I'm Safe Side Super Chick, and I'm here to keep you on the safe side. Are there people who can hurt you? There are, and they look like everybody else.
Keeping children safe. There's nothing more important. That's why John and I created this new video, The Safe Side. It's funny and engaging and makes discussing this topic with your kids much easier.
Here's a hot tip for you to keep you on the safe side. Never open the front door without your safe side adult.
Dad, someone's at the door!
Don't speak to a grown-up you don't know unless your safe side adult is with you.
The Safe Side is always upbeat and never frightening. It was developed by parents with the help of the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. It's fun-filled and jam-packed with hot tips that can help your kids learn how to spot potential dangers and empower them to make smart decisions.
Call now and get the Safe Side Stranger Safety DVD. 35 minutes of easy-to-learn safety skills with simple and effective ways to keep your kids safer. It's so fast-moving and entertaining, your kids will forget their learning. You'll also get this Hot Tips mini poster, 3 safety badges, the Safe Side music video, and a simple viewing guide that makes it easy to remember what you've learned.
If you've ever wanted to talk to your kids about safety but you didn't know how, now there's the Safe Side DVD.
Making sure your kids stay smart, cool, and safe can be fun.
To order the Safe Side Stranger Safety DVD for $19.99 plus $4.95 shipping and handling, call the number on your screen or order online at tvatlas.com. Rush delivery available.
The #1 show that dominates cable news, The O'Reilly Factor.
Thanks for staying with us, Bill O'Reilly. And in the Factor follow-up segment tonight, there's no question the New York Times is not like Fox News. Reporter David Carr wrote incorrectly about Fox's ratings vis-a-vis CNN last Monday. That still has not been corrected. He doesn't care. And still no retraction from the New York Times reporter Alessandra Stanley for saying Geraldo Rivera, quote, nudged an Air Force rescue worker out of the way so his camera crew could tape him as he lifted an older woman into a wheelchair to safety. As we told you on Tuesday, that's simply not true. It didn't happen. But the New York Times refuses to correct Ms. Stanley's erroneous reporting. In fact, Ms. Stanley is asking us to apologize to her. Now, we invited the woman to go over the videotape and show us exactly where that incident is, since nobody here can find it. She didn't respond. Roll the tape.
I think the headline is there are still thousands of people here, even in the devastated areas like this one, Bywater. All right, here we're going up. This is the Holy Angels Rest Home. This is an elderly lady. I'm on the back end of that wheelchair. She's a 76-year-old. Her first name was Audrey. She resisted going until we could find her Bible. We found her Holy Bible and her dressing gown and her medicine. She was very, very anxious to get her medicine. The Air Force guys out of Air Force Moody Air Force Base, really superb airmen. I spoke to them. They told me that, this is what we do. Search and rescue is what we do. All of these guys have served extensively in Afghanistan and in Iraq. And now they're doing in their own country what they have been trained to do and what have been doing with such courage overseas. The main thing about the elderly, the seniors, as they are evacuated, all they want are either their Bibles, their little possessions.
All right, that's the whole tape. There's nothing more. That's it. Now, I didn't see any nudging, and with us now is the shy and retiring Geraldo Rivera. You know what she did to try to make you look bad? Because that's what she wanted to do. She wanted to say that you're so craven that you would hot dog a story like this, push a genuine rescue worker out of the way, or nudge, whatever word she used, so you could get some glory. But what she did was, because you helped the guy on the second leg of the scent, not the Air Force guy, because you did, she said, well, he must have done that. That's exactly what happened.
I've been thinking about this. I mean, aside from the fact that I dread that so much attention is being paid this when there's so much that needs to be focused on New Orleans. But my second point is, I wish her name was Alexander Stanley rather than Alexandra Stanley, because I'd go to that building on 43rd Street. I'd shout up in the window, hey, come on down here, punk. I want you to tell me that to my face.
That'd be great.
That's what I would write. You know, the old-fashioned way.
Call a woman a punk and then blast her in the face. Perfect.
But no. If she was Alexander.
This story is important because it shows you the extent that the nation's most prestigious newspaper will go to denigrate this network. That's what this is all about. It's not about you. It's not about the woman in a wheelchair. It's not about the Air Force. It's about they are obsessed with trying to marginalize this network because they had the field for so many years, and they don't have it anymore.
Let me tell you a quick story. So Jim Griffin, my agent, calls the editor over there, and he tells him what's going on. He's talking right to the highest levels. He used to represent the New York Times, and they said, and this is last night, late last night.
Keller?
After
Keller?
Yeah. So this is, I don't know which one it is. I don't want to say it. At one point, Jim says, well, what about what? And they say, we don't know anything about this. Well, I was just on O'Reilly, the highest rated, cable news. They knew they are so arrogant. And then to say that the editors reviewed the tape and find no fault in her reporting.
Ridiculous.
That is the true
It's
scandal.
absurd. It
because
is.
now you make it from the individual, the reporter with whom I have this tremendous problem, you make it an institutional decision not to correct an obvious error.
Yeah, not to
and
tell
it
the
really
truth.
is. It's so shocking.
Philadelphia Daily News did an honest story on it today, and people might want to check that out. Did you send over legal papers to them?
Yes, we sent yesterday because I am a public figure, obviously. It's not just that it's wrong that makes it actionable. It has to be intentionally or maliciously wrong.
Right.
So if you don't correct, after you're notified, you could say that you made a mistake. If she said that you made a mistake, no problem.
That's fine.
You know,
It would have been over.
It would have been over already. It would have been over
5
Monday
minutes.
afternoon.
Right.
But to not correct, that now is evidence of malice. Now I have standing to sue. But again, I say, why do I want to waste my time doing that? I've got so much.
It's better than calling her a punk and punching her.
Well, I would never punch a woman anyway, but I'd punch her brother or her husband.
As long as I got you here. This Joran Vandersloot guy, the top suspect in Natalie Holloway case, they let him out of jail, and he zips over to Holland.
Right. I think in a way that Natalie Holloway and her parents are also victims of Hurricane Katrina. Because it was in the chaos and the confusion of the hurricane that Aruba made that decision, and Holland dictating the decision, to allow these suspects
You think
to go
Holland
free.
told the government of Aruba?
I think it was a Dutch decision.
Really?
I do. I really do think that this was a Dutch decision. I don't know exactly how the chain of command works, but I am confident that they would not have made this decision on that day, but for the fact that the entire world was destroyed.
Really? This is a kind of conspiracy theory deal you're throwing out
No,
here.
I am quoting really Beth Holloway Twitty. That's what she's saying. She's
Well, I
saying
can
that
understand the
that's
family because the hurricane did knock them off.
No, but they're very compassionate people also. It's just that they have this horrible thing happening in their family.
Right. Do you
and
think
now
this
no
is it, that
redress.
Vandersloot's in the clear?
I think, and have always thought, that this was a date rape, accidental homicide, and the body was dumped in the ocean, and the body now was washed away, and that's, there's no forensic evidence. And until these kids are drunk at the bar one day bragging about it 10 years from now, there's not going to be any prosecution.
And the will to prosecute Vandersloot?
I think the will was never there, especially after they blew the initial investigation, those 10 vital days when those boys were free to conjure up any story.
The odds are he'll get away with it?
The odds are, unless he slips up. But, even the best of them slip up eventually.
Not all of them. Some get away with it.
Some do get away with it.
OJ. There you go.
Yeah, look at him.
All right, Geraldo. Thanks very much. We appreciate it.
I just want to thank my daughter Simone for her birthday party's coming up, and she's asked not for birthday presents, but for donations to the Red Cross.
Okay.
That's the untold story throughout the country.
Very good. Back in a moment with country singer Clint Black, who is raising money for American families who lost loved ones in Iraq. He's got some thoughts on the hurricane as well. Clint Black up next.
Not one of these allergy medicines can give you long-lasting seasonal allergy relief without the risk of drowsiness. But Allegra 180 can. For people 12 and over, side effects alone may include headache, cold, or backache. Long-lasting Allegra. The relief goes on.
A research culture dedicated to finding investment opportunities others miss. Van Kampen Investments. Shine.
Your smart start, miss. Let's You need 4 bowls of Smart Start to get the vitamin C in 1 bowl of Total.
Your grape nuts.
More than 10 bowls to match Total's calcium.
Chef recommends 2 spoons.
2 spoons?
Special K for you.
And even 20 bowls of original Special K couldn't equal the whole grain in Total. Only Total has 100% whole grain, 100% of 12 vitamins and minerals, and 100 calories.
We'll take Total.
Sorry, no substitutions.
Total, 1 bowl, 100%.
Did you hear about my accident?
I'm driving on the highway.
I wasn't looking.
Airbag goes off, steam just popping all out of the engine.
Good thing our insurance company is Amica.
Amica's great.
At Amica, we built our business on customer referrals.
They'd help me pick out the right coverage.
And when it came time to pay the claim,
Like that.
And it was like they were happy to give me the money.
Does your insurance company do that?
Find out what everyone's talking about. Switch to the insurance company that understands it's not just how you're covered, it's how you're treated.
You gotta get Amica. Call Amica.
Call Amica today for a free, no-obligation quote.
Did you call the plumber before we left?
Oh, dear.
Fire, water, natural disaster, or even mold. We take care of them all anytime, day or night. Call Dow Columbia for disaster restoration, cleanup, and reconstruction. 234-0363.
Should I call the plumber now?
By donating a vehicle to the National Kidney Foundation, you never know whose life you could be saving, because kidney disease can afflict any of us, especially if you have high blood pressure or diabetes. Kidney cars are lifesavers. Over 6,000 patients in Oregon and Washington have benefited from people just like you. By simply donating almost any type of vehicle, running or not, the National Kidney Foundation can offer much-needed financial services to patients and families. Turn something you don't need into a life-giving gift. Thank you for making lives better. Call today.
Right now, buying a used car is as easy as
1, 2, 3.
It's Bob Lampier's Beaverton Honda used car sell-off.
1.
Buy a 98 Honda Civic, just $59.90.
2.
Buy an 03 Dodge Caravan, only $89.90.
3.
98 F-150 Lariat Super Cab 4x4, $99.90.
Plus
hundreds more to choose from. And each car comes with Bob's famous 7-day right of exchange and 6-month, 6,000-mile warranty. Just buy Bob and save. Hurry to Beaverton Honda Used Cars.
Back in the book segment tonight, country singer Clint Black has sold more than 18 million albums worldwide and is deeply involved in helping thousands of people. The Clint Black Foundation raises money for the families of fallen American soldiers overseas. And on Sunday, the anniversary of 9/11, he'll be giving a free concert in D.C. supporting the military. Mr. Black joins us now from Nashville. Before we get to that, you got any thoughts on Katrina? You guys going to do anything there?
I'm in talks right now for participation in some benefit concerts, and there's a lot of organizations putting those on, so we're trying to figure out the best use of my time for those.
Because I think the entertainment, particularly so many homeless people, so many people are going to have new houses, be relocated, that this is going on and on and on and on. And the more that the entertainment community can very methodically, raise money for very targeted things like Habitat for Humanity and things like that.
Right. Everybody in the country can have a part to play in this, and right now many of us are trying to figure out what that part is.
Good.
There are organizations on the outside that you might not think of, like NAMI, National Alliance for the Mentally Ill, who can have a special participation down there, that people that might fall through the cracks.
Absolutely.
While everyone's looking for things of substance, and so there are going to be a lot of things that a lot of people can do.
Good. Now, you're going to have a free concert in Washington marking 9/11, and what is the reason for this?
Well, that's a good question. Some people are confused about that. I've been hearing some harsh and some mild criticisms for the event, and I won't do any of them, pay lip service to any of them. But what we are doing is twofold, and I'm taking this very seriously, that it is on September 11th, and keeping in mind what that date means to so many families who lost family members in the plane crashes, and who also have subsequently lost family members as a result of the wars taking place, to bring justice to those who did it. So we're going to do two things. We're going to try to pay our respects to those families who've lost loved ones, and we're going to try to entertain the troops and say thank you to them. This will be going out to 177 military bases around the world. And we're taking that part of it very seriously too. They need a little bit of something
sure.
from home,
Any
and
entertainment.
we need to have a little fun. But we also
Absolutely.
need to be mindful of the feelings of the families. We'll be doing a walk. There'll be a walk that that happens leading to the concert site, and so the first thing on our minds is going to be that we're speaking and or singing directly to family members who lost somebody on that.
Now, I was
horrible
disappointed that the Washington Post pulled out sponsoring this event because they said it was political. It isn't. I don't think it's political from the way you've described it. You're supporting the military. Every American should support the military, even if you don't agree with Iraq or Afghanistan, whatever it may be. You know, but we live in an age of political correctness, Mr. Black, that's just eroding our national fabric. I'm going to give you the last word, sir.
Well, politics, it's like a passing an automobile crash. If you look closely at it, it's pretty repulsive. And that people would be applying politics to this day, it shows me that you can't hardly do something good in this country without being punished for it. There was a lot of pressure on me to pull out of the event, and I'm disappointed that they did as well. I think they have a great platform for explaining exactly what it is and making it as good as it ought to be.
And publicizing
and
it.
that's our job.
Well, we publicize it for you, Mr. Black. I know you're going to have a big
Thank
crowd down there. We encourage everyone to go and show their support for the military, which is so vital to our nation. Thanks again, sir. We appreciate your good work.
Thank
and next,
you.
we will wrap things up with the most ridiculous item of the day and some of your mail.
He's a simple guy.
This is your thing?
With a wonderful life.
She doesn't know how you pay for all this.
And one big secret.
Selling guns is like selling vacuum cleaners. Can you bring me the gun of Rambo? Or 1, 2, or 3?
Lord of War. Rated R. In theaters September 16th.
Can you tell the difference between these pet medications? They're the same brand, but this medication costs a lot less and is delivered right to my door. That's the 1-800-PET-MEDS difference. Great savings, fast service, free shipping. Order now.
Introducing the new 2006 Envoy Denali. Behind this grille lies some of the most fuel-efficient technology available. Displacement on demand, saving fuel while still delivering the most standard horsepower of any midsize SUV. The new 2006 Envoy Denali by GMC.
Me llamo Pedro.
Me llamo Pedro.
My name is Pedro. Me gusta el queso.
Me gusta el queso.
I like cheese. Dame su nuevo y crujiente cheese fiesta.
Dame su cheese.
Give me your new crispy, crunchy cheese fiesta. Dámelos ahora. Give me them now. No me enojes. Soy muy macho. Do not make me angry. I am very macho.
Crispy new cheese at Fiesta. Busca tu propia caja.
Take a journey through the world of your favorite films and original series at FoxMovieChannel.com. Our movie pages help you find the biggest stars, the most influential directors, key plot summaries, and behind-the-scenes facts about movies in our lineup.
How sweet.
And now you can share your love of movies with e-postcards. Send e-greetings to all of your film-loving friends. Updated each month with the hottest Fox Movie Channel stars.
Make it sound so attractive.
Hold a backlot pass for exclusive interviews with Hollywood legends. Get the inside scoop on our original shows and specials, including the highly acclaimed Fox Movie Channel Hour of Stars. Download our monthly calendar right to your desktop.
Let's get crazy.
And never miss your favorites again. Fox Movie Channel is your link behind the screen to web-only contests and other insider extras. Your online connection to the world of 20th century Fox movies. FoxMovieChannel.com.
Saturday, rebuilding towns and helping citizens start over. Can you weather Katrina's financial fallout? Plus, what does it mean for our economy? Jack Welch with insight and analysis. Saturday at 10, Neil Cavuto hosts a 2-hour live edition of The Cost of Freedom. Saturday, Katrina, what happens now? At 6, the blame game has begun. Who will weather the political firestorm? Then at 6:30, the media coverage for the hurricane. Did the press get it right? Saturday, don't miss this powerful early primetime lineup.
Time now for the most ridiculous item of the day. We continue to believe that the 5 major American oil companies are taking advantage of Hurricane Katrina and the war on terror to compile record profits by raising gas prices through the roof. I suggested perhaps they might want to voluntarily lower prices, taking 20% fewer profits in the short run. That suggestion was ignored. So we're asking all Americans to fight back and buy no gas on Sundays for the rest of the year and to cut back energy consumption 10%. That'll get their attention. Our new BillO'Reilly.com poll question asks you, do you believe the U.S. oil companies are price gouging? Yes or no? We'll give you the results of that BillO'Reilly.com poll on Monday. It is free. Anybody can vote. We hope you do. And one more thing. Some corporations are giving back. Emigrant Savings Bank, headed by Howard Milstein, has deposited $1,000 directly into the bank accounts of all of their customers, all of them, in the hurricane zone. Of course, that's going to cut into emigrants' profits, but the bank's stepping up. That's why we do business with them. And that's not ridiculous. You know, got to help out in times of need. Finally tonight, the mail continues to pour in. Jim Tree, Ontario, Canada. Mr. O, clear-thinking Canadians appreciate your honest approach to analyzing news. Please rethink your analysis of the Canadian response to the hurricane. You know, I didn't microanalyze it, Mr. Tree, but tomorrow the Canadian ambassador will be here to explain what it is, okay? Allison Scott, Oakland, California. O'Reilly, how dare you suggest that the hard-working, law-abiding people of New Orleans deserve to suffer because they are uneducated and poor. Did no such thing, Ms. Scott. Read my new column, madam, and send me an apology, please. Dan Kimball, Rockwood, Pennsylvania. Mr. O'Reilly, your demonization of the so-called big oil companies is laughable at best. Even at today's prices, we have low energy costs. Well, the so-called big oil companies, Mr. Kimball, are making about $8 billion profit in a quarter. In a quarter. Ay. Ed Sanders, Daly City, California. O'Reilly, knowing your agenda as a Bush spinmeister, I was amused by your phony demeanor with the New Orleans deputy police chief. Would you prefer the California Highway Patrol aggressively confronting victims in their homes demanding the dope? Mr. Sanders, the reason I am using your letter is that it makes no sense whatsoever. It is staggeringly incoherent. And the fact that you mentioned dope, Carl Callison, Millbrae, California. O'Reilly, you go after the little guys, the looters. Well, Mr. Callison, I'm sure the looters will appreciate your support, sir. Ted Forade, Yelm, Washington. You think I'm making these letters up? I'm not making them up. Mr. O, you are rich and famous, but have no compassion for pets. Yes, I do. But thanks for keeping it pithy, Mr. Forade. Teresa Amodiel, Lake Worth, Florida. Mr. O'Reilly, I love your straight talk. You are correct. Don't depend on government. Depend on yourself. My family came from Cuba. Became successful doing just that. James Baker, New Orleans. Hey, Bill, I'm exiled here in Houston, but believe there were some National Guard troops in the city before the storm hit. You know, we're beginning to cut through the bull, Mr. Baker. They don't want to tell us anything because they know it was a huge screw-up. But it does seem about 300 National Guardsmen did make it to the Superdome before the hurricane, but they were quickly overwhelmed. The rest, more than 6,000, didn't move until after the storm. And Pam Hansen, New Orleans, my home is still underwater. I am heartbroken. I have 4 children under 8 years of age. We've taken refuge in Lafayette, and the people here have been more giving than I could have ever imagined. I just wanted to say thanks. Well, we're all with you and your family, Pam. If you need anything, please let me know. And I know the good people of Lafayette. I'm not surprised about their largesse. How about the website, www.foxnews.com/O'Reilly. You want the Talking Points memo? It's posted every day. You can download it. You want Factor Gear? It's there. Please vote on BillO'Reilly.com's poll question about the oil companies and then email us with pithy comments. O'Reilly@foxnews.com, O'Reilly@foxnews.com. Name and town if you wish to opine. Opine. No bloviating. My job. That's it for us today. Thanks for watching Factor. Please listen to the Radio Factor. Hanny and Combs. We'll have more Hurricane Aftermath. I'm Bill O'Reilly. We'll see you again next time. And remember, the spin stops right here because we're looking out for you.